Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be setting up our budget for the paycheck that we're going to be receiving tomorrow, which is Friday, February 7th. I am filming this Thursday evening. I did just finish filming my budget recap for the January 24th paycheck. So now I'm going to go ahead and set up for the February 7th one. And if you have not seen my video on if you haven't seen my video where I talk about my family's consumer debt-free plan for 2020, I did mention that I do have our budgets done up until November of this year, or I think up until December of this year, and I do have it all in my Fudget app. I just don't physically write it in my planner until closer to the pay period, just in case there's anything that I need to add to it, or if our paychecks don't go as planned or anything like that, or just whatever comes up, I can just add it on here and just plug it into my paper planner or my budget planner. So since I already have everything all laid out here, what I'm going to do is just plug everything in here or from my Fudget app into my budget planner. Okay, so I went ahead and added up all of our bills. This is the paycheck where we have a chunk of our like bills due, like a lot of debt, insurance, and then we also have a car registration that needs to be paid for this month as well. I forgot to write down the paycheck date, which is February 7th, 2020. I'm happy because this pay period we were supposed to pay for our DirecTV. We did get to cancel it, and they did tell us that we would be getting a partial refund, so I'm pretty positive we wouldn't be getting charged for this month, which I'm very happy about. And what else is going on with this paycheck? I think that's pretty much it. So hopefully they receive all the boxes, the DirecTV boxes and stuff, so that we don't get charged for anything. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract our bills from our income. Oops. So we have leftover amount of $1,654 for this paycheck, and I'm going to go ahead and budget out our variable expenses. A couple of things with our variable spending for this pay period. Food is staying the same, household is pretty much staying the same. I did increase our transportation budget because we plan to get my brakes replaced this pay period, hopefully. Kids' budget's pretty much the same. I think I have to buy pull-ups this time around. And then my husband's budget, it's usually $100, but he had leftover money and I went ahead and just rolled it over. And mine is pretty much the same, $35. And then fun and events I did increase because my husband and I are going to be having date night with my cousin and his fiance. We're going to go see Russell Peters this Saturday, which I'm excited for. So I want to make sure we have some spending money for date nights, since we don't really go out on date nights too often, or without the kids, or out late or for hours and stuff. So usually when my husband and I have date nights, we just stay in and just watch Netflix and stuff, get takeout. So yeah, And so my miscellaneous spending is still the same. This is pretty much my cushion just in case I go over, or if there's anything that we need to get that's not really planned for or doesn't fit into our budget categories. So I'm going to go ahead and add these up. So I have a total of $887, and then left over to budget is $767. Hopefully I plugged in all the numbers right. And then so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry that over up here. So leftover $767, and then I do plan to put money into our miscellaneous savings, savings number 2, because we do have another savings account, which is our emergency fund. And then I'm going to start saving for our Hawaii trip. This will be just for personal spending, or not including hotel and flight. This is going to be our spending money for Hawaii. And I'm going to make sure I start saving for it now. So every pay period, we want to make sure we put $95 in there, and then $50 in our miscellaneous. And then, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I might put it down here actually, so I'll get to that in a bit. So sinking total is $145, and then I should have a total of $622 left to budget, and I'm going to be paying off a chunk of my Synchrony card, which is pretty much half of what's left, to keep us on track with paying off our debt, our consumer debt. If this was me back in the day, this extra money right here would probably have been blown off already because I had no plans in life. But anyways, $622, where was I? So I plan to put a total of $322 in there, which is pretty much half of that. So extra debt will be $322, and then we'll have a leftover of $300, which is perfect because I need to keep $300 in our paycheck. Keep until next paycheck. Because I think the next paycheck we might need money to cover certain bills. It's going to be the rent check, paycheck period. So $300 here. I guess this wasn't really the perfect place to put. I'm just going to scribble that out. I usually put this amount in here, but this is just to remind me that to not touch this, to keep it in our checking account. And that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one. Have a great day.